Hey guys, I'm back with part two of the market update. So let's get started. Prismatic, it's continued to rise, and what I'm seeing is the poster collections have finally gone up in price. I actually laughed when I saw this today. I said yesterday how the three pack items for Prismatic are very undervalued in terms of this pack price. If it's like $1 difference for the pack, it's like not too bad. But yeah, they were just like too cheap, and yeah, you saw 61 being sold yesterday, even though they haven't really been selling all that well compared to that, especially with the quantity. But that's like 10% of the products, and then now we're back to about 37 pricing, which is still technically cheap. If you look at the price per pack of what's currently here, um, the lowest price per pack is still that. And then Sylveon, there's a caveat with that. There's technically one sale or one listing lower than this 38, but it's only literally one listing. But yeah, compared to loose pack price, it's about $1 less. I've seen this with poster collections for 151, where even the loose pack price were higher, the poster collections would still be like $1 less until the items in there got more valuable. I think with things like when there's something big in there, like the other items they'll definitely become more than the pack price when the items in them become more desired. Like how much does the poster collection? I think sometimes there's a playmat. I'm not entirely sure how much is that worth. If it's just promos, it's kind of iffy. But yeah, we're seeing definitely still strong strength in Prismatic in the last few days. I usually only note like a decrease if it's like more than $1 or an increase if it's more than $1. But if you just look at the last from February 15th to 28th, you see like either like pretty much no change or you see like yellows, which mark price increases, which is a pretty good sign for like strength of the market. Um, but yeah, I'll go over the rest of Prismatic first. So ETBs are still selling pretty decently. The trend is technically going down, but still like 100 ETBs are being sold. And yeah, as far as pricing, the ETB stayed um, about the same. The main differences were actually this is a decrease. I marked that wrong. Never mind. There is one red. Um, PC ETBs went up to 230, which they were at before. And then yeah, the three pack things are going up. Sylveon was probably 38 before, if you exclude that one sale, that one listing. Inflation techs have gone up by about $2. Otherwise, the markets are pretty much the same. Right now, it's sort of the part where people are just buying up the supply, and the cheap items are basically selling out. Um, and then the tin displays are still quite cheap. Once the three pack things consistently beat the tin displays, like I do think they'll go up. There's just kind of no reason not to. The only reason not is that it's probably a little harder to move tin displays, because you would only really sell them to like a collector, um, or you sell them to an investor who sees the price appreciation in the future. Which honestly, like yeah, it's still I'm still like calling this out for the future. Like this is too cheap unless Smack does have a reprint and it goes down. As the prices continue to go up, this is like $13 a pack is way too cheap. Uh, for the especially for the whole display. If it was just singletons, I'd kind of get it, but for the whole display, like I don't think they're gonna make like a ton of those. But some people have said otherwise, so I'm not. We'll see. The pack pricing. So yeah, packs are being bought less a little bit. I think that might be connected to the poster collections being bought out a little bit. But yeah, I think that if this continues on for like a week, I'd be concerned. But I'm not really surprised that people are being a little more hesitant by Prismatic. But I do think Prismatic is so popular that it doesn't really matter. People are going to be forced to buy these packs in order to continue the ripper ships. Or they'll just see the price increases and be like, oh, well, I want open prismatic, and I don't want to wait until the reprint. Tin displays, 19 out of so it's like about 10%, and then surprise boxes, yeah, they're selling less, so 26 out of 400. It seems like the surprise boxes are slowing down more than the mini tins, which I'm not as surprised. No pun intended. Um, Mostly because like I think the promos like they're still not worth as much. and so like people wanted to open them just to open them and like collect them or like, see what they are. But some of the novelty has probably worn down a little bit. But I haven't checked the pricing in a while for the promos, so I should take a look at that pretty soon. And the minor collections, they're selling all right at like 40 out of 2. That's like 1.7. That's like 15% selling a day. PCTBs selling all right. Yeah, I want to look at the bundles. Are so the upcoming items that are coming out are the bundles and the 2 pack blisters. So yeah, you're seeing some more sales for the bundles. Not necessarily like huge price increases, but you're seeing more sales. And then the EV1 as well is seeing more sales recently. So 10 were sold yesterday out of only 63. And I want to look at some of the other 3 pack things. So I looked at the poster collection, selling a lot. Now like there's only really 37 or more dollars each. And Glaceon, there's 94, and yeah, it goes to like basically $40 pretty quickly. I mean it's already at $40, so but over here is like 42. I don't necessarily think it'll reach that yet until everything else sells out, but um, yeah, you're definitely seeing decreases of sales. So yeah, at this price point, you're at the point where people are gonna hesitate to buy these lower price points. Um, but again, I think it's normal to see a sort of decrease in demand, and we'll see things increase when people are kind of forced to buy things. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there will be a slowdown for a few days. Um, all right, and then the mini tins for Umbreon are still selling pretty well, actually, consistently around the 20s, and there's only 80 available. And then the mini tins of Sylveon are also still selling pretty well, 17 out of 63. But yeah, don't be surprised if the Prismatic continues to rise, but there's a slight decrease in demand for a few days, just because people are adjusting to new prices. Um, so trade tier is right here, so I'll just go over that. The the main difference was the booster boxes. So on eBay, I've seen this before, but not on TCG Player, and I'm starting to use TCG Player more just because it's a little more consistent since there are like 100 boxes sold. Um, so yeah, it went up to like $200 from like 190. It seems like it's people like here's the context. Like it's releasing in about a month and a week and a half after that. So that's like 5 6 weeks, and yeah, like it does seem like the prices might go up because honestly, the booster boxes are very undervalued. Like it comes down to about $5 to $6 a pack at that price. But everything else is like $10 a pack, so it just doesn't really make sense. The booster boxes are a little too cheap, um, so they have room to grow in that sense, and there'll be more hype as things go on. And generally, like every set kind of the prices rise as we get closer to release day. Sometimes there's a drop like Prismatic. Prismatic was like triple MSRP though. So it kind of made sense that there was a drop. But journey together, I'm not really sure, but most people do not think it will be below $200 a booster box after release. Like maybe for a short period, but the market's just too hot for it to remain like that. Um, yeah, then the ETBs and bundles stayed about the same. And then so Crown Zenith, I'll go to that next. So Crown Zenith, technically prices didn't really change much at all. Um, like Sea and Sky went a tiny bit, but still like price per pack is still about $7. Um, and so yeah, Sea and Sky is still doing quite strong, or Crown Zenith is still doing quite strong. Pack demand is still decent, like 300 bought yesterday. Um, and yeah, we're seeing yeah, I think that we'll continue to see people moving around their listings and increasing their prices. Like, there's a seller here for 723, and there's other sellers near it. But I think people are keeping an eye on like they want to get the most value out of their Crown Zenith. Um, Sea and Sky is still doing pretty decent because it's still like about cheaper than the loose packs. There's just like clear, obvious demand for Crown Zenith, and the pack prices are a little more volatile in a sense where people can just dictate the pack pricing because they have so much of it. Um, but yeah, I I'm like curious to see how Crown Zenith keeps going, but it seems pretty strong right now. Even though I've been seeing more and more reports of pallets being at Sam's Club, so I think Pokemon might be trying to drive up the price again. Um, and then 151. Let's see. The ETBs went up a little bit, like about $2. Zapdos box went up about 350. It's kind of been like up and down, like between like 45 and 55 roughly. And the binders went down about $1. Posters went up back up to 40. Not a lot of these are like new pricings. Pricing. Um, yeah, there's this one sale of booster bundles is cheap. Um, actually no, that's still 58. Never mind. Um, this one buy. I could have sworn I saw like a cheaper option there before. I think the 151 just like still kind of remaining the same, but still remaining strong. 11.45 a pack. People are still buying it. I told you like there's gonna be periods where like no one buys, and there's a period where people are like, hey, I need to restock my packs for rip and ships or whatever, and so people will buy more. And 151 remains to be strong. The binders, they are people are starting to add more sales, or there's like two sales around the 140 mark versus like one sale yesterday. So binders might be going down in a sense. I think binders are just correcting, to be honest. And just like a little note on, I'm keeping an eye out for this. Like the Alakazam box, there's a pretty low amount of listings of it, 65. Usually it's closer to like 100 something, or even like low 100s for Lies products. So 65 is just quite low. So I'm keeping an eye out to see if the price is going to increase. I haven't really heard people getting Alakazam boxes. I've seen Zapdos boxes in like pictures at Target. Um, Maybe I've seen Alakazam, but it just seems to be a little more expensive or rare than the Zapdos box. And yeah, I'm starting to see the quantity being low here. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks, guys. Bye.